The following podcast contains strong language and alternative facts. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Heel Podcast. Over the airwaves and under the influence, we are Turning Heel.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the Turning Heel podcast with me, Grizz Heyman. And with me, as always, is my client, Chris motherfucking Hughes. Ah!
That was my Brock Lesnar scream.
No, you're trouble. Oh, I fucked up. No, because it's meant to... Remember that meme where they replaced...
Yeah.
They replaced bits of Taylor Swift with Brock Lesnar, and then they replaced it with the screaming sheep that sound like people. Yeah, and I buggered it all up. Butchered it all already. Let's start again.
If my impression didn't butcher it, then...
Butchered the follow-up, at least. Yeah, so recently you realise we haven't been around on your podcastness. We haven't been in your earpussies or anywhere else for that matter. It's because we've had contractual negotiations with our hosting people.
We didn't get the good side of the deal.
No. But... you get the good side of the deal because we had a previously recorded episode just after download. Maybe a little out of date now, but you know what? We're still going to put it up for you as a little bonus episode. So if anyone wants to hear about my shenanigans at download and the first round of the UK tournament from a live person's perspective, then, you know, that's going to be in your feed. Have at it if you want. So, you know, don't say we're not good to you, except we haven't. Give you in the past month. Yeah.
But to be fair, it's a fun episode.
It's a fun episode. We've had tons of shit. Like, we've been busy. As I say, I was at Download, and then I was at New Japan. Chris has just started a new jobby, so he's not had as much time as he used to, which is why all the people in the pubs are running past me saying, "Where the fuck is Chris? I haven't seen him in ages."
Did you hear the pubs are running out of CO2?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's an actual thing. There's a CO2 shortage, so that's why I decided I had to get a real job.
Yeah.
Can't just, because I'm going to drink everyone else's supply.
An arsehole. So, this is our little catch-up episode. And by little, I pretty much mean this is going to be long as fuck. Because we're going to try and chronicle as much as we can from Money in the Bank weekend.
See, now that you've said that, I bet you it's not that long, because every time you say that, if we get to like an hour and we're like, fuck, we're nothing else to talk about. Yeah, such as our mini-sode about a month ago that was only supposed to be 25 minutes and it lasted an hour and a half.
Well, this is going to be a new mini-sode. Right, so we're going to do some quick results. Coming at you like a gun. Of NXT TakeOver. We're also going to do Money in the Bank. We're just going to quickly give a rough kind of thing of what we thought of the match because, needless to say, I can't really remember much.
It was a while ago.
I'll try and see what I can do.
First match that was on the card for TakeOver was Undisputed Era versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, which was a really fucking fun match from what I remember.
Fucking hard hitting from Burch and Lorcan. Plus, I remember Lorcan just like he was going fucking balls out because this was his first ever takeover. So he was just like, you know what? Fuck my back. I'm just gonna land fucking on my back all the time. Land on the apron. Land on the fucking outside. Doing flip-de doos on the outside. Takeover. I'm finally here.
I believe it was Danny Burch's first as well.
Yes,
am I right in saying?
It is correct.
Yeah, I mean it was a really good match. But obviously, the Undisputed Era was always going to win. Which I also thought at the UK shows, but we'll get to that.
They made you believe. They made you believe at one point.
They did, yeah, but obviously Undisputed Era came out with the victory.
It was cracking, though.
Yeah. Next up, we had Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream.
Another cracking match.
Dynamite.
So this we didn't notice at the time, but we found out afterwards when Velveteen Dream came out with the fucking Ricochet's old Prince Puma gear.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so fucking cool. Like, just, like, we obviously didn't notice at the time, but as soon as I found that out, I was like, his pants like his pants!
It's a bit of a weird one, though. Like, I get it, like, because he obviously was doing the Hulk Hogan thing.
Yeah.
But, like, Ricky just like that, I've got the perfect set of tights for you.
Go on.
Here's my unwashed, ring-worn, red yellow tights.
Only worn once.
Well,
at least it's better, like, fucking give them to Velveteen than fucking sell them to some weirdo that buys, like, wrestling gear on Facebook.
I don't understand people that do that.
I mean,
I've got
me and my pal Sal over the weekend literally had this conversation, and it was like, see if you're going to be somebody that buys it to be a pervert, and maybe, you know, like, buy, like, Emma's ring-worn, like, fucking gear, and then, like, sniff it or something, and then it's like, you know, at least you're buying it for a reason.
The views and expressions on this podcast are solely those of Graham the Grizz Glovers.
Don't use my real name.
I have to in this case. I have to cover my back.
God damn it, kayfabe. No, it's like what, you just buy it and then just look at it, or it's like, at least, you know, some people that are like, they want to sniff it, they're getting something out of it.
Goldust used to sell a lot of his ring gear, like all the time. He had that new like suit up, and I don't get it.
When he sold his black ring gear from TNA. It's like, nobody wants that. But it was like, it wasn't even all of it. Like, he had the big jacket. He didn't sell that. He just sold the trunks that just looked like two fucking giant bin bags taped together. Oh, it was terrible. And it's like, why wouldn't you sell the jacket? The jacket's the cool part.
I mean, I don't have a problem with, like, now if you go on Euroshop, you can buy, like, replica stuff. Like replica AJ jacket.
Yeah.
Or the Finn Balor jacket.
Yeah, but that's...
I don't have a problem with that.
That's like, different.
Yeah.
It's a replica for a start. Like, in this ring worn, I feel is very icky.
Yeah. So you could put together a pretty bag and belt display if you had, obviously, the current WWE title and AJ's ring jacket.
Yeah. And then, like, Balor's jacket, and then hang that next to your NXT title.
Or Universal title, yeah.
Or if they ever sold any of, like, Daniel Bryan's, because remember, he used to have some badass jackets back in his No era, which was kind of roughly the same time as his world title win.
Yeah.
Because that's where...
Well, his first world title was during the...
That's what I meant. Like, the actual world title.
Is he turned heel to win the world title, did he not? Kinda.
He turned heel during the run.
I thought cashed in on the Big Show was a bit of a...
It was heel-ish, but then the next night he was teaming with CM Punk and Zack Ryder, which is like Johnny Face team.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I think it was kind of like just after he beat Mark Henry and Big Show in like the fucking cage match at Royal Rumble was when he started to get a bit weird. Because then that's when he then went on and had to defend in the Elimination Chamber that Santino almost won. And I think that's kind of when he started to become all paranoid and everything like that.
Nah, I would say the heel turn happened with the feud with the Big Show. He feuded with the Big Show after that.
I don't remember that much.
Yeah, because it was not Big Show versus Mark Henry.
It was Big Show versus Mark Henry at TLC. Big Show won. Mark Henry attacked him, DDT'd him on some chairs. Bryan came out, cashed in. But then the next night, him, CM Punk, and Zack Ryder all teamed up because they were all the new face of WWE champions. And then, insert missing scene here, I guess.
Yeah.
Then Royal Rumble, I remember that being a cage match, and Bryan still, he was still the underdog in that match, so it wouldn't have made sense for him to be a heel.
I'd need to rewatch it. I thought the heel turn happened pretty much right away.
That's
how I remember it, but I could be remembering it
wrong. I remember, his kind of, heel turn was kind of just subtle because he just kind of just started being an arsehole to AJ. So he would just kind of talk and he'd just be like, AJ, shut up.
How could you be an arsehole to that sweet little face?
I know. Aww. But now he's the WWE champion.
No, he's not. Unless you just spoiled something for me.
Huh?
Oh, of course, back then he was. He wasn't a WWE champion, he was a World Heavyweight champion. Actually, I think you'll find...
Who, AJ? He's the WWE champion?
Fuck, right, I get you now. Never mind.
Funny.
Yes.
Right.
Never mind. You win. I'm tired from work, okay?
I was at work too, bitch. Right, next up was...
Shayna Baszler versus Nikki Cross. Baszler won by... Not submission.
TKO. Well,
yeah.
Is it TKO? If you choke them out.
She won by chokeout.
Yeah, okay. I was not that big of a fan of this match. I thought it was just a bit... It was a bit too cartoony. Like, the way... Like, I liked the way that it was, like, every time Baszler was kind of going off on offense and Nikki, she was all like, like enjoying the pain kind of thing. But it was like, there was this part at the beginning where like Nikki was kind of chasing Shayna around the ring and all that, and it just seemed like a very house show, unintentionally like funny match. You know, like sometimes where the heel plays a pure straight laced person, and then the comedy person's doing their comedy shtick. Like if you had like Minoru Suzuki against Toru Yano, like that kind of thing.
What I did like about it was her passing out while still smiling.
Yeah, like that was
like she was enjoying it.
Like kind of cool, like she was kind of like, like she was just happy to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. See if this is gonna this continues. What are you doing?
I've told you about the issue we've got with the fruit flies just now.
Oh, right.
I just spotted another one. I was trying to see if the spray was.
I know, but you're darting about like there's like a fucking, I don't know, a gremlin behind me.
Fucking, it feels that way, man. I've been fighting with these bastards for, this is now day 3.
Day 3-ish. Down since. But yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see if this has a second match in it, like maybe the next takeover.
Yeah.
Or even if they do a big, TV match, because, Asuka and Nikki Cross done one that one time and it was fucking phenomenal. So if they have one where Nikki Cross does that with Shayna, all for it.
Yeah, why not?
Like last woman standing, I think with Shayna Baszler would be pretty fucking badass, to be honest. Plus she needs something because I don't think she's that good as champion.
I'm quite enjoying her run. I like her just being a pure cow.
See, I like that's kind of the stuff I've said before. I think I like everything about Shayna Baszler until she actually gets in the ring.
Like, I'm sick of, like, a heel female champion just kind of just being permanent bitch face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
kind of partially bliss.
Yeah.
But even then,
that's what they always do with, like, yeah, of course it does. But that's what they always do with, like, heel women champions. Yeah. Like, I'm kind of glad they're doing something different now and having Shayna as kind of like a badass. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like she's a legitimate like cow.
Don't get me wrong, she's a cow, she's a bully, but
that's
everything she says she's going to do, she does.
Yeah, that's the best part of the gimmick.
She doesn't need to cheat or need anyone else's backup to do it. She just does it. Even
the way where like if you watch that Ember Moon match where Ember like dislocated. That was right the first time.
Yes.
Shayna's shoulder, and she was like, I need to win this belt, so she starts bashing it back into place by ramming it off the ring post.
Yeah.
And it's all that, like, kind of stuff, and then, like, locking in the submission and then pulling, like, grabbing her own hair because her other arm won't work. Like, that kind of stuff is, like, this good storytelling and all that, but it's just she's just not that polished yet, I would say. I mean, you look at it with fucking Ronda Rousey. Ronda's had, like, 2 matches, and both of them have been fairly stellar. Which is kind of more you can say for Shayna Baszler, who's been doing it a lot longer. Not a lot longer, but longer.
Yeah,
she's doing alright.
Yeah,
she's doing alright. I'm not going to like completely discredit her.
I mean, she did well in the Mae Young Classic final. Just the Classic in general.
Yeah.
And she also had...
I do think her rise to the top has been far too quick, though. But this also kind of brings me to the point. It's like, why didn't you just have Shayna Baszler win the fucking tournament anyway? Because like they like,
why didn't they have Pete Dunne win the tournament?
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, with Pete Dunne, it's kind of different because he finally rose up to win the belt, and now he's like the biggest star. Kairi Sane's floundering in a fucking kind of pointless feud with fucking Lacey Evans, and it's like this is the person that won your first ever big major women's tournament, and it's like she's jobbing to somebody that lost in the second round. Why isn't Kairi Sane champion? If by that logic,
I thought did she not beat Lacey Evans on NXT this week?
But it was like I'm just still shocked at that time Lacey actually beat Kairi Sane. I was just like, huh? Why?
Right, anyway.
Just leave me and my Japanese women alone. Speaking of which, they just hired Io Shirai.
Yes, I saw that.
So that's another one into the mix. We're getting a stable soon. Emma should come back and lead the Iconics against the crazy hot Japanese women stable. Book it, Vince.
Okay. Right, so next up with Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan. Obviously Black retained. I did not know until I watched NXT this week that Sullivan broke his jaw in the first couple of minutes of this match.
No shit.
Yeah, did you not see the x-ray?
No.
Oh, it's a fucking belter, man. You can actually see the jaws completely detached from the bone.
How the fuck did he just keep going with it? If, like, you know what?
Kudos to him, man.
I see with that then it kind of makes sense that the really bad botch during this match, though.
Yeah,
the missed Fade to Black, and then Sullivan still sold it. But it's like, fair dues. See, probably at that point, that's when his jaw was fucking probably dislocated. Maybe just before it.
No, it was broken, not dislocated.
Oh, sorry, broken. I beg your pudding. It figures why clearly his fucking head wasn't, 100% in the match.
I'm sure they said it happened pretty early on in the match. That could be why Black was so far away with that one, and they just didn't make it look the way they wanted to make it look. But obviously, he was trying not to hit him in the jaw, I think.
Aye, maybe.
And then Sullivan could have just like been like, "Oh, avoided it." Do you know what I mean? Because like even the Fade to Black, or the Black Mass, sorry, Black Mass at the end of the match wasn't that impressive. Do you know what I mean?
So because he was really trying to hold back.
Aye. That's what I think. It's just a theory I've got.
Aye, yeah.
But I didn't think like the Black Mass at the end was all that impressive. Mainly because Sullivan was on his knees. He connected.
Wasn't
with
that
it.
like the second one that
he connected with it, but it didn't look as if he hit him.
Like
if that makes sense.
Meaty as it normally does.
Aye. So I'm pretty sure that the referee probably told Aleister Black that his jaw's fucked. Don't hit him too hard. But yeah, man, careful. Like, fucking kudos to him for finishing that match. All 14 minutes of it.
Mad 5 stars, Lars.
What do you think of it?
Yeah, actually, like, it was quite interesting, like, considering that Lars, again, is quite a new guy and all that. And I don't think Lars is that bad for a big, rough and tumble guy.
I don't think he's that bad either. I think he's maybe a little bit green.
Yeah.
If he's guilty of anything, he's maybe just a little bit green. But I think in a year's time, well, it depends how long he's out with this broken jaw, to be fair.
True.
But I think in a year's time, he'll do pretty well on the main roster. I think Vince will love him.
Yeah, that's why he's already in the fucking video game. Because they were like, oh yeah, Lars, yes.
Apparently Brock loves him as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently he's been training with Brock and stuff.
I don't know. I think maybe potentially one day he may be the next big Strobro.
Possibly. We'll see. We'll see.
Imagine a feud between the two of them when, like, Lars gets better. Because, I mean, let's face it, fucking everybody hated Braun Strowman when he first started.
Yeah, see, it fucking pisses me off. See the amount of people when it was talked about it might be Strowman versus Undertaker at WrestleMania, and everyone was like, oh no, fuck off. It's going to be that'll be awful. Fucking, I bet you those same people would kill for Strowman versus Taker.
Yeah, look, I'm fucking one of them, man. I'm like, seriously, this fucking untalented piece of shit, or fat piece of shit, because he was just, there was nothing like good about him at the time. Like, it was pure, looked out of shape. His nipples kept falling out his t-shirt, and he was just bollocks. his shit fucking hug finisher. And it's like, I don't think there was anything redeemable about Braun Strowman at all. Then all of a sudden, over that kind of past year, he got into shape, left the Wyatt family, done those squash matches, and just got over. It was incredible.
Fucking, I love him. I love the big guy.
Aye.
I didn't actually even mind him back in the Wyatt days. I could see why he was there. But to be fair, I was also a bit sceptical of the Undertaker thing. Mm-hmm. But I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a chance.
I think fuck it didn't happen though. If it does happen now, it would be amazing. I think like Braun could really like probably get round Taker's weaknesses. Hopefully. We'll see what happens.
I mean, how'd you know it wouldn't have been good then?
Because he wasn't good at the time. He really wasn't. When he started the Wyatt family...
But he wasn't presented to be good because he wasn't Bray Wyatt.
When he was in the Wyatt family, he had four matches under his belt, like legitimately. So I hear. So he was probably greener than fucking Lars Sullivan was in an NXT title match. So I really don't think it would have been that good. And you looked at his very little performances in the ring; they weren't good either.
But okay. Hulk Hogan's a prime example of this.
Yeah.
Okay. Hulk Hogan in WWF never looked like a good wrestler, ever. Mm-hmm. Punch, kick, suplex, leg drop.
Sell.
That was pretty.
Sell.
That was pretty much it. Looking at Hulk Hogan in New Japan, it was so much better in New Japan.
I've ever seen a New Japan match with Hulk Hogan, but now I'm interested.
Yeah, watch some Hogan matches in New Japan. But my point is, fucking WWE put talent out there to be the way they want them to be. Uh-huh. At that point, Strowman wasn't supposed to be the standout of the Wyatts. Okay. So you're just there, just act like a big guy.
But he was also definitely not in the shape that he's in now. Which
I'll give you that, yes.
Definitely helps.
I'll give you that, yes. But given how good he just seemingly became overnight, which wasn't that long after fucking WrestleMania 33 when this match was supposed to have happened.
Because that's when the split happened, didn't it?
Yeah. It's when they broke up the Wyatt family, when the split happened.
Mm-hmm. Because it was the draft. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that probably to an extent, yeah. Like, but all I'm saying, I really do think, like, him dropping all that fucking weight and, like, becoming into the kind of physique and all that shit that he's got now, like, has definitely helped him, at least with his agility and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like, obviously has
see him being able to do a fucking like drop kick now. I don't think he would have ever been able to pull anything like that off, like back in his Wyatt family days. It's not be the best example, but it's an example.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from, but I think it's unfair to assume his match with Undertaker would have been bad because we don't know how good he was then. We only get to see what WWE puts in front of us.
But like, yeah, okay. Yeah, we could stick with that. It just, as I say,
we'll agree to disagree.
I hear he didn't have a lot of matches under his belt at the time, and it just...
Ronda Rousey's only had 2.
I know. It's another fair example. Fair it is.
Anyway, main event time.
But also, just while you mentioned that, like, it really always seems as if they try and stick, like, kind of... Like, it's always big guys, and it's always guys that haven't wrestled a lot. You think Khali, remember his fucking feud with Khali? That Vladimir Kozlov pinned him one time, and then wanted him to wrestle fucking Braun Strowman, Giant Gonzalez. Who else was fucking bigger than him? I don't know, maybe Kane?
Yeah.
Festus, he wrestled Festus that one time.
Big Show.
Like, Undertaker's literally wrestled probably every single big guy there's ever been in wrestling.
Nash, I'm assuming at some point. This is playing directly to mind, but I'm assuming.
Didn't he have a Mania match?
Oh, I think they did actually, that we covered.
I think they did. WrestleMania, I want to say WrestleMania 13.
Yeah, it was a title match, wasn't it?
Perchance.
Anyway,
so... Yeah, it's just like one of those things where it's like Undertaker always seems to be associated with big guys and more recently kind of newer guys. But yes, main event.
Yep, so main event was Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano in a Chicago street fight.
I must say this was a fucking doozy, man.
It was fucking cracking storytelling. See the thing with the ring and all that?
It was because it was in the same arena where Gargano first got turned on by Tommaso, and they even done the spot where like he kind of took him up to the ramp where he turned on him. It was about to fling him into the board again, and I think Gargano countered that time, but also
yeah, he did.
Those fucking boards are flimsy as fuck. I hate it. Like, they don't look like they hurt at all. Stop throwing them into it. And then, like, when they have that clearly fake static that happens when somebody hits it, it's like, get it? Oh no, he's hit it so hard that so the screen's fucking up. It sounds like I was calling a cat. I just, man, I hate that. It's just like, just accept that it's not like, it's like a giant fucking foam side thingy. It doesn't hurt. It looks like it will never hurt. But other than that, that's just been a problem that's been lurking in me with all these matches recently.
Yeah, it was a really good match for what I've seen of it. I did only see half of it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because I fell asleep again. Woohoo!
Of course you fucking did.
But yeah, it was great storytelling with the wedding ring getting ripped off, spat on and thrown away. And then really cool wee intricacy where Ciampa beat Gargano with his hands tied behind his back.
Yeah. It got to the point where WrestleMania 12, by the way, Kevin Nash and Undertaker.
Was that a title match?
It was.
Yeah. So you remembered something.
Yeah. Yeah, it got to the point where Gargano handcuffed Ciampa and was beating the shit out of him so much that even the agents and everything had to come out. I think there was a Adam Pearce appearance. And they were like, right, stop, just stop. And that gave Tommaso enough time to like fucking get up. So Gargano getting back in at the ring. Tommaso hooks the fucking head, DDTs him on the underbelly of the ring because all the padding and everything got stripped away. So Gargano essentially just fucking went face first right in wood. 1, 2, 3, and Tommaso just still with his hands behind his back walking away like, well, no, they were in front of him, I think. Were they? I don't really remember.
No, I can't remember either. I think we were behind them.
I want to say they were behind them.
I'm sure they were.
But they were long handcuffs, so... Because I just remember, like, one of the lingering shots, he was like that, like, pure creepily, like, waving with, like, his fingers, like, Gargano, bye-bye.
I had no doubt they were going to do it again in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Brooklyn.
Do you want to see it again?
Nah, I kind of felt like, as good as that match was, like, the second one, I felt like Gargano should have just lost the first one and didn't come back. Like, they could have cut off the end of this match, maybe stuck it onto the end of the first match, and that would have been perfect storytelling, because then it would have been something great like, Gargano goes up to 205, and then blah, 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 bish, bash, boshies, Gargano and a bit there for a bit, and then Royal Rumble this coming year, Gargano miraculously is in it because they just shove cruiserweights in every now and again whenever they feel like it. Gargano's in the Rumble, and then at one point, like, say, entry 24, honk! And then just fucking silence. But Ciampa's name just comes up on the fucking screen, and Gargano's like, you son of a bitch! And he could just, like, dive out of the ring, obviously through the ropes, because he's not a fucking idiot, Randy Savage. Remember that time? And he could just run up the ramp, and the two of them could just leather each other, and then that's how they get eliminated. They don't actually get eliminated, they just fight away. And then that could be it. Then that could be like proper storytelling for when Tommaso actually comes in. He's like, I got rid of you from NXT, or I got rid of you from WWE once, NXT, yeah. I'll do it again.
How often, though, do they acknowledge NXT stories on the main roster?
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and the Rumble.
Yeah, I suppose.
And that was probably one of the biggest, like, before Johnny Gargano and Ciampa, that was probably the biggest NXT storyline of all time.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. I will give you that.
Nice.
Right, okay. On to Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. We'll try and batter through this one because it overall wasn't great. A few good moments though. Few good moments though.
I wouldn't say it wasn't great. It was definitely one of the best pay-per-views that WWE's put on this year, I would say.
Yeah, it's not hard though.
Exactly, yeah. When you have fucking pay-per-views like Backlash, which still drives me nuts, by the way, and like this is something I've been meaning to bring up for a long time, so I'm just going to do it now very quickly. People saying that fucking like Greatest Royal Rumble's a glorified house show had more title changes on it than fucking Backlash did.
Yeah, I think we have spoken about that before.
But it just still drives me nuts. I just wanted to reiterate.
So pre-show with Bludgeon Brothers versus Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah, it was alright.
7-minute pre-show match. That's really all we can say about it.
I mean, tag titles, so there was a bit of there was more of a reason to watch it, but you know, it still wasn't. It didn't light the world on fire.
Nah, it really didn't.
Yeah, they did. They done all right. Well done.
Okay, the next two matches are filled with bad luck.
Go on.
Match number 1, opening the show. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass, where Daniel Bryan made Big Cass submit again. And then come Tuesday night, Big Cass was gone.
You're fired.
Yeah, so I was surprised they had Cass tap again. I was like, well, that's his push finish now.
Yeah.
The fact he tapped twice.
Yeah, they must have been really, really, really low on him at this point for him to tap out again. But it was a different submission, so that made me think that maybe this feud was going to go on one more month. And then maybe
I thought it was going
Daniel Bryan was going to just pin him the next month.
Yeah. It's a strange one. There's so many rumours and stuff as to why he was released. Don't know what's true, what isn't, but it does feel a strange one.
I know. I keep hearing that there's he allegedly got into a fight with Carmella or something like that, and then sometimes he didn't, and there was some loser on the internet that is apparently pals with him. That's per like, I'm ashamed of all you people that were named in the thing and did that. I don't know. I don't know if he's actually even pals with him or not.
Yeah. Look at Enzo's pal, how that worked out. Okay, so next
apparently
up...
they hated each other during their feud. Like, legitimately hated each other.
What, Enzo and Cass?
Yeah.
I saw Enzo says. Enzo talks a power of shite.
Aye, probably. Oh, well, I guess we'll find out in his third song, I Hated Cass.
Yeah. Aye, because like he said something about being angry at Cass for not finishing the match.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Aye. I think that kind of came out just after it got released, and it was like, really? You're going to complain about that shit now?
Yeah. And to be fair, he did fucking try.
He did, actually. He bounced off the ropes, went to try and drop his fucking elbow, and then his fucking leg gave out, and it's like, what the fuck else do you want from the guy?
Aye. It's not like he'd done it, and it was like instantly fucking...
It wasn't like that time Sin Cara, like, fucking dislocated the finger, and he's like, ref, come here! And then fucking Darrell just beat the shit out of him. It's like, fucking finish the match. Pop it back into place.
Darrell was still a prick anyway.
True. But apparently, like, that was regular Sin Cara, original Sin Cara, and I kind of hear that he's not like the best of people either.
Mystico.
Mystico.
Yeah. Whatever happened to him? Is he still in AAA or whatever?
No, because see, when he left, somebody else took over the Mystical gimmick. So he's he's something stupid. It's kind of like a combination of Sin Cara and Mystico now.
Sin Mystico.
Sin Mystica or something stupid like that, man. And then it's like he does still look like Sin Cara and everything, which is the weirdest part. I've only seen him like a handful of times when like New Japan kind of do their joint shows with CMLL, because that's where he lives now. But couldn't tell you just now. But nevertheless, what else have we got?
Okay, so next up, and yet more bad luck.
Yeah.
With Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. Bobby Lashley won, and unfortunately Sami Zayn is out till at least the end of the year.
Yeah, until 2019 I keep hearing, which is probably a very push, but, you know, like...
He said in an interview he expects to be back in time for WrestleMania. So I'm thinking this until 2019 thing is probably, he'll be cleared before the end of the year, but they'll probably hold off to Royal Rumble to bring him back.
Mystices, I think his name is now.
Mystices?
Yeah.
Sounds like a shite Pokemon.
I know. It probably is a Pokemon. But granted, I don't think you can get Pokemon more shit than Chandelure. It's just literally a chandelier. Hence the name. Yeah, but fucking Sammy, man, I feel so bad. But it's like, because it's like both of his like rotator cuffs, which means like he's literally just probably going to be sitting like that for the first like period of time, just not being able to use his arms at all.
Yeah.
Or either going to try to, but like it's going to be incredibly painful.
No, actually, I seen this interview with him. The way he's getting his surgery done is he's getting one done.
Okay.
And then the other. So he'll still have use of one arm.
That's alright.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, well, that first bit will be a bit of a pain though, because he's using a hurt arm while his other arm heals.
Yeah.
Poor guy, man.
But yeah, good luck to him. Hopefully he's back in time for Mania. Seth Rollins versus Elias.
Yeah, well, I was wrong with this one. Elias did not win the championship.
Yeah, only for Seth to drop it the next night.
I know, yeah, literally. I don't see the point in that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you just drop it to Elias? Like, I thought Elias would have been fucking excellent as champion. And ever since Elias had that match, I don't think he's had another match.
I was about to say, I've watched Raw the last 2 weeks, so he's not wrestled.
No.
I've not watched this week's yet because this is Tuesday and I'm like just finished work.
Yeah.
So.
Well, spoilers, he doesn't wrestle.
Okay, fair enough. Fucking spoiling shit, you bastard.
I know. It's not like I'm spoiling results or anything. Actually, I did do that earlier.
Yeah, she did, yes.
I just got that worked up because Roman Reigns had 2 fucking matches on Raw.
Double Roman.
I know. Exactly. It's like, I know a way that we can get people like Roman. We'll have more Roman.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
We'll have him in the
people are pissed off because we're throwing them down their throats. So we'll just fucking
double up. Double Roman. We'll have him in the first segment, then we'll have him in a backstage segment, then we'll have him in a match, then we'll have him in another backstage segment, and then another match. They're going to love it.
A double load of Roman.
Right in your face hole.
Okay, so next up we had the ladies Money in the Bank ladder match, won by Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Not going to lie, I was quite drunk by this point. I don't actually remember much of this match.
It was alright. I mean, I definitely think it was probably better than the previous 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches from the women. But yeah, like, Blissy winning, like, really did come out of nowhere, and I was thankful for it, considering that everybody seemed to think Natalya was going to fucking win. So, you know what? Anyone that's not Natalya is a winner in my fucking book, man.
Yeah. Roman Reigns defeated Jinder Mahal. Let's move on.
Oh god, it was terrible.
Let's move on.
And then on the Raw the next fucking night, Jinder Mahal's changed his gimmick back to the original gimmick he had when he re-debuted as I'm a peace man. I am peace. I will not get angry anymore. Yeah, it was shit. That's why he was never on telly.
I can't even say I noticed that.
Yeah, he just kind of came out.
I suppose I tune out as soon as I fucking see Jinder. I go do something else, like paint a wall or something.
I paint a wall, then fucking stare at it because it's more entertaining. It was just like he came out. It's like, oh, I am a man of peace, and it's like this was your old gimmick. And it was shit. That's why you were never on television.
Aye, Grizz. Is that a bad thing?
Yes. It is a very bad thing.
How?
Because
if it gets less of Jinder Mahal on my telly, then I'm fucking all behind it.
I didn't say it was less Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, but if it's shit, he's going to just gradually frizzle away.
He's been shit for about the last year, and he was on television as champion.
You have no idea how fucking hard that was for me not to make an Infinity War joke there. I said, just frizzle away.
I think I've seen enough of people's fucking Facebook photos to know what the reference is.
Yeah, even though you still haven't seen the fucking film.
I've not seen any of the films, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, have you not?
No.
Okay, that's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the build up, so I don't want to just jump in like halfway through.
So next up, we had Carmella versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and the greatest return of all time. Grizz, the floor is yours.
Enough said.
Ah, come on.
Worst birthday present ever.
Best birthday present ever.
No. You already know my hate for James Ellsworth. And he fucking returns and fucking can't even get fucking words out properly.
Distracts Asuka.
Distracts Empress Bay.
I thought it was great, even though I knew it was coming since fucking...
Aye.
I really wish the commentators didn't say it was such a big surprise so many times.
But it's just like...
And it's like, no, it wasn't. Everyone knew it.
Oh. See, the whole logic of this was just like... Fucking Ellsworth wandered up with, like, wearing Asuka's gear, and Asuka was just like... Ah! 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 And it's like, it's just someone dressed up in your gear. What's so terrifying? And then, when it was revealed to be James Ellsworth, she just continued to keep screaming.
Well, do you know what I thought was going to happen? I thought he was going to help Asuka win. Mm-hmm. Because no one would have seen that coming.
I thought for a brief second that was going to be the thing.
But then Asuka would just beat him up.
Yeah.
Like, she'd just be like, no, don't need your help.
But then it could be like, end up being like submissive, like, that's his thing now, your legs getting beat up by the hot Japanese chick.
Or he just likes getting beat up by chicks in general, because that's what happened to him before he left. His last appearance.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He could be about Becky Lynch, and Carmella used to smack him a bit.
Yeah. But
no, it's like, it's up to that next level where it's like, I'm done with Carmella slapping me in the face. I want a really good kicking.
Like, actually, there was a video that came out yesterday that I haven't watched yet. Out of sheer fear about what it actually is. That involves a certain former wrestler and his, shall we say, submissive side.
Oh, Jesus. And pause. Okay. No, you're alright.
For the benefit of those listening, I've just paused and told him, and he's now... Like I say, I haven't seen the video, so it might not be what it looks like, but I just don't have the courage to find out.
It does sound horrifying enough.
Yes.
But I feel as if that's something that he kind of, like, brought up on Legends House. Like, because I think there was, like, an episode where everybody kind of got together and they were like, oh, this is my secret. And then Pat Patterson was like, I'm gay. And everyone was like,
we know.
Yeah, we know. We've known for about 20 years. And then it was just like, oh, okay. Rowdy, what's yours? And he's probably like, I'm not actually Scottish. Ah!
Yeah, we all knew that.
And then he just kind of goes wandering off into the woods again, like he kind of done in a previous episode.
Should we give a bit of context? Because I kind of want to bring up that, what you said when we were paused there. Because fucking, I never thought of that. And now you put the idea in my head, I'm like, oh no, what if it is? Right, well, the wrestler in question is Tony Atlas. A couple of months ago, I followed a page on Facebook called Ladies of Wrestling, or something along those lines.
Ladies of the Ring, I think it was called.
Yeah. And I thought it was a promotion at first. So I just followed it, as I do whenever
at least a fan page.
Whenever I come across promotions or whatever. So, as time passed, I started to discover that the administrator of said page is not a promoter. He's just a man with a foot fetish.
Yes, a very severe one.
He literally just posts nothing but wrestlers' feet.
Women's wrestling.
Yeah, obviously.
At the very least.
Yeah, so...
yeah.
Could it be Tony Atlas?
Maybe.
Has he been the subject of my Facebook feed for the last couple of months, which I really keep threatening to unfollow the page, but I find it too funny reading through the comments.
It's just like fucking like titles of like Maria lying barefoot in the ring. It's like, oh, Maria's footsie looks really nice from this angle, or shit like that. But it's like, after you showed me, like, I went on it and I scrolled all the way back to like the beginning, and it never used to be like that. It used to be like a genuine like women's fan wrestling thing where they would post like up and coming women's match at blah 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 and shit fuck Dixville. And then now it's just like, look at Gail Kim's bare feet. And then like there was like only ever like one comment from another guy. It's like, nice.
Aye, so we're blaming Tony.
It's just Tony Atlas. It's just his shit that he's doing. I'm surprised he wouldn't call it Mr. USA's. No, wait, that wasn't him. Was it? I think it might. Maybe. Old 80s gimmick. Anyway, should we get back to fucking Money in the Bank?
Yeah, let's do that. So, next up, we had AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, last man standing match for WWE Championship. Again,
best match in the series.
Again, I slept through this one, and I haven't gone back to rewatch it.
Do you even podcast, bro?
No, but the reason I didn't was because I knew that AJ won. And I said on the episodes before, I had no appetite to see this again.
It's a typical thing of falling asleep during a wrestling event. You always wake up when the fucking finishing bell rings because it's so much louder, and you're like, I
actually don't think I did wake up. I think I just saw on Facebook.
No, you did wake up because we had a fucking conversation, and then like you were kind of like shuffling about a wee bit, and you were actually trying to wake yourself up for once, as opposed to just falling back asleep, which annoys me even more.
But yeah,
but then you did wake back up, and you were awake for the full of the main event.
Yep, and then the fucking Hardys documentary after it as well.
And Goldust.
No, that was after Takeover.
Was it? Oh yeah, we watched the Goldust photo shoot,
which was actually really fun. I really enjoyed that.
Like, it's a great little series. I've not watched all of them, but I've watched a good couple of them. Like, I've seen, no, it wasn't Cody. No, that was Dustin as well. Sorry, fuck. Because it was like, there was one where they were talking about Dusty Roses. Like, I just mentioned it was Goldust.
Yeah.
But who
I've
else
only seen the Miz's one.
I've seen Miz. I think I've seen Cesaro as well. Because that's when they showed the photo where his teeth were like in his gums, and he's like, oh god, that was a nightmare. That looked horrendous. And then he just kind of told the story of what actually happened, and it was just the way that he chipped his teeth on the top of the fucking. Like, I thought they got knocked out. No, they went in his mouth. That is the most disturbing thing ever. Like, I think I'd rather get them knocked out than them going.
To be perfectly honest with you, as you know, I've got a dental issue at the moment with a fucking shitey dentist in Rutherglen Main Street. So if you live around about fucking Rutherglen, don't go to the dentist on the main street.
I too have dental injuries.
Who tried to fucking take my tooth out the other week, couldn't do it, and has now lodged my tooth out my gum, but not all the way out, and has had to refer me to the dental hospital to get actual surgery to get it out because they fucked up the extraction. And I've got my appointment's not until the 24th of August.
Fantastic. I think that's
3 months after it fucking happened. That's also part of the reason there's not been a lot of podcasts, because my fucking jaw has been killing me.
I think that's like SummerSlam weekend.
Yeah, it could be. Oh fuck, oh man.
Oh no.
I'll be high as a kite.
You'll either be high as a kite, or you've got to be Johnny Two Beers.
But yeah.
I mean, slept through most of fucking last year's SummerSlam while me and Al just kind of sat poking you with, what the fuck are those things? Clothes hangers?
I don't even remember watching SummerSlam last year.
Yeah, I was at your house. And I was at Ring of Honor that night. And
oh, that's right.
And then you fell asleep and I just started poking you with a clothes hanger for ages. And you never woke up. It was during the shit matches, like, so.
Which, what I remember about last year's SummerSlam was
pretty much all of them.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, then I woke you up because Jinder Mahal and Nakamura were coming on. I was like, right, he's going to win this time. And then he didn't, and you got really mad at me. You were like, you should have just fucking let me stay asleep.
No wonder you made me watch a Jinder match.
I know. A Jinder match where he fucking won.
Anyway, so yeah, AJ Styles, Nakamura. AJ retained, obviously, as we know.
Mercifully, it is over.
Yes. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, admittedly, every match from WrestleMania got better, but the feud got more dumb. Like with the fucking ended the Backlash match and just constantly punching each other in the balls, just to the point where like even every single person that I've listened to about this match is like, why didn't AJ wear a fucking cup? At this point, would you not wear a cup in this match when you know for a fact Nakamura's going to try and punch you in the balls?
It's the typical fucking wrestling spot as well.
Uh-huh.
When they go,
then fucking arm! But then Naka can just punch him in the balls. He's like, why did I take the cup out?
Yeah, so next up we had Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax. Rousey was fucking outstanding in this match.
Aye.
Won via a DQ when
Pardon me.
Alexa Bliss, who won the women's Money in the Bank earlier on in the night, interfered.
Beat the shite out of both of them.
Yep.
Like really made sure Ronda was fucking down and out on the outside.
Yep. Cashed in successfully, and we have a new Raw Women's Champion.
And
in Blissy pants.
A lot of people were fucking raging at it. Where I, myself personally, was ecstatic.
So was I. I didn't want Rousey to win the title this early.
Yeah. And I thought this was a good way to go about with her not winning it. And my
only worry is she's definitely going to win it.
Yeah.
Not Extreme Rules because she's suspended.
Well, she's going to be in the crowd. No.
Yeah, but SummerSlam will be next one too.
And it's going to be an Extreme Rules match they've announced. So she's going to interfere. But I don't know.
Unless Nia wins it back if she interferes.
I hope it's going to be one of these.
No, actually, I would prefer that. Because if she interferes and Nia wins it back, then they two can go into their feud that doesn't involve the belt.
I
don't want Rousey to get the belt too early.
I was going to say triple threat.
But then she still has to lose if you're not putting the belt on her.
She could still be unpinned and unsubmitted.
No. Because I suggested this about Asuka a fair few times, and you fucking took your toys at the pram every time I did.
No,
no, you're not getting this one.
No, I didn't. That was about a fucking battle royal that I forgot happened.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want her to have the belt anytime soon.
Yeah, so that's why I don't understand why they even bothered with this. Like, they could have just had, I don't know.
I know why
anybody
they did.
else.
I know why they did.
Go on.
Because she got announced as the first female to get into the UFC Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Cash in on the name.
Fair it is. I don't see why you needed to make it a title match, though. You could have stuck anybody in the ring with her and just had Rousey be the shite out here.
Yeah, but you want it to be high profile. You want her in a high profile match. If you're cashing in on the fact her name's all over the press because she's going to be the first woman to go into the Hall of Fame,
well,
then you want it to be a high profile match because
you can easily build it as a high profile match.
See future future UFC Hall of Famer Ronda Rousey battle for the Raw Women's Championship, which would be much better than see her. Plus, all the other women were in the fucking Money in the Bank.
Not Mickey James. And I mean, I know you could say that she's a bit of a jobber right now, but you could easily just build her up as like one of the most decorated women on the Raw roster right now. And then she could be like, I don't like you just coming in here and thinking that you own this place. This is the place that I built. It could have easily been a thing where it's like, have built up Mickie James enough to make this thing mean something, and then fucking Ronda Rousey just fucking demolishes her.
I'm quite looking forward to the Ronda Bliss feud. Yeah, fucking. I'd just rather she's not. It's not for the title.
Well, what I'm thinking though is like I think Rousey's going to do that thing where she's going to try to interfere on behalf of Nia Jax, and like Nia's holding a fucking chair or something, and then Bliss ducks as fucking Ronda goes for a kick, knocks Nia out, and then Bliss retains and is like, oh, and then Nia's like, oh, you fucking bitch, you cost me my title shot or something.
Yeah, so as another way they could do it. Because the thing is, though, don't forget, like, Rousey didn't want the title match. That was the story.
Yeah.
She's like, there's women more deserving of it. So, like...
I'm not challenging them. I'm challenging you.
If they were maybe to do Rousey's in the crowd, but doesn't get involved in the match, and Nia wins the title back clean. Well, obviously it's Extreme Rules, but she wins the title back clean without Rousey's interference. Then as soon as like the bell rings, Nia celebrates with her title. Rousey just, similar to WrestleMania, just that big slow climb over the barrier, just comes in and just battles fuck out of Bliss. And then they can go into that feud. And then a little bit further down the line, they can maybe revisit the Nia Jax Ronda Rousey thing if they want Ronda Rousey to be champion going into WrestleMania. Which if Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair is probably going to happen at WrestleMania. Be interesting if they did it champion versus champion.
See, that's what I was just about to say as well. Like, that would have been perfect. Like, don't have either belt on the line. Just be like, these are the two absolute best.
Yeah, it's not about
these
titles.
These are the two champions.
Yeah, so like, it's not about titles, because those titles indicate that they are the best on their brand. Mm-hmm. So if it's just a match between the two champions with no titles on the line, that's just to determine who's the best. Do you know what I mean?
And then Asuka should go back down to NXT and get her title back, and then beat both of them.
Let it go, Chris.
No. Never.
It's been fucking 4 months.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
just went in at Extreme Rules.
3 months. I don't know. Anyway, main event time. Braun Strowman versus Bobby Roode versus Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens versus Kofi Kingston versus Rusev versus Samoa Joe versus The Miz. Oh my God, have I ever wanted Kofi Kingston to win a match more in my life? I don't think so.
Even I was rooting for Kofi Kingston on your behalf as well, just to give you that little bit more of the power of positivity.
I'm not going to lie, I made that prediction as a pure out of the box thinking.
Wouldn't this be funny?
No, it'd be funny. I was like, fucking, he deserves it, but
I mean, like, there's a lot of like actual evidence to back up as well. Like, he has been probably in the most Money in the Banks of any person on the roster. He's had some of the best spots in Money in the Bank.
Certainly the most ladder matches.
No, I think actually specifically Money in the Bank.
I think it's the first one he's been in a while, though.
I know, but he racked up a lot at one point.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, just it made total sense. But it was the way that the New Day came out. Big E started to jog on the spot, and he started to walk down, and then Xavier's like, no. Then Xavier started to walk down, and then he just kind of ripped his shirt open and had Kofi written on his chest, and then Kofi just kind of ran past both of them.
It was fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was the loudest pop that came out of me all night.
A dopey photo that he put on turning heel. I still scroll past.
What's happening?
I still just scroll past that from time to time, and I was like, derp. It was a great derp. Oh, man. That was so funny.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like when it happened, and we were like, "Ah, you actually called it. We're one step closer to him winning." I'd say if he fucking would have won, man. I think we would have.
We'd have still been partying just now.
We probably would have had a fucking parade in the street at like 4 a.m. Just grab a handful of booze and just like run down the street. Kofi Kingston, Kofi Kingston.
It's Underhill approved, Kofi Kingston.
We'll just like run down to Tesco's. I don't know why, but like we'll just run down there and just like try and maul the place.
Just run down to Tesco's and get all the Jamaican jerk we can find.
Oh man, I see that Jamaican sauce that they do, the Jamaican jerk. I think it is Jamaican jerk sauce. Oh no, now I want to marinate that in some chicken.
Yeah. Unfortunately, much to our chagrin,
I don't have either of those things.
Kofi Kingston did not win the match.
And that as well.
It was won by Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Did you see... for me, I would rather Braun didn't win it. Just don't think he doesn't need a suitcase. A briefcase.
See if he made a suitcase because a briefcase is too small.
The briefcase looks fucking ridiculous, doesn't it?
I got too excited.
Fucking suitcase.
Suitcase in the bank. But now he's like...
Either that or he just walks about with a bit of paper in his pocket. Because he's like, I'm not carrying a case.
I can't be bothered carrying that shit. Like, wasn't there somebody that used to be money in the bank? And they tell you actually have to carry that briefcase everywhere. So, like, they started using it as their on-flight luggage.
Yeah, I think it might have been CM Punk.
Why the fuck not?
I'm sure it was CM Punk. Or maybe Ziggler.
Now, CM Punk seems like the kind of thrifty kind of person that would do that. It's like, fuck it, I'll just not take a rucksack anymore. I'll just take my money in the bank briefcase. Just lay everything on my contract that's clearly in here.
Oh, man. But yeah, I don't think Braun needs a briefcase to become champion.
Nah. He was already there, and then I feel as if, like... I think it feels as if he should already be fucking champion, if you ask me, but... Needless to say that...
Well, that's fucking hard when the guy he needs to cash in on isn't fucking there.
I know! He should just come out on Raw and be like, I'm cashing in tonight. And then they're like, yeah, but Brock
Why
Lesnar's...
is he English all of a sudden?
Because I can't do accents. I'm cashing in tonight. And then like, yeah, but Brock Lesnar's not here. And it's like, exactly! I win by forfeit. New WWE Universal Champion.
Yeah.
That's how I'd do it.
I'll just say he'll beat the fuck out Lesnar, which I think he's going to do at SummerSlam if Lesnar's even there, which we'll get to later on. Did you see? Oh fuck, who was it? The concert Kevin Owens went to, was it Shania Twain?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see the video?
Yep. I would be
who's your rival in wrestling just now? Well, I'm having a lot of problems with a guy called Braun Strowman, so he threw me off a ladder the other day.
I'm not going to sing the song you've been requesting tonight, but if you could beat Braun Strowman, I'm going to sing it next time I come through. Oh. Okay. Have you seen Braun Strowman?
That was fucking excellent.
But it's like, I would be raging if I was in that crowd and I didn't watch wrestling and had no idea who this fat schlub was that's standing on stage with fucking Shania Twain for 15 minutes. It's like, play a song!
Yeah, so.
It's like a fucking, I'm trying to think of a relevant band. Fucking Alter Bridge. Aye. As if Alter Bridge were playing here in Glasgow, they brought up Drew McIntyre and Drew... Fucking Miles Kennedy were just yammering back and forth for 15 minutes.
They did.
I'm a really big fan of you, Miles Kennedy.
It was the Alter Bridge. It was another band. Is it 36 Crazy Fists? Is that a band?
That is a band.
They brought Grado up on stage not that long ago.
Because his heel theme song was a kind of rip on one of their songs.
No, it was long before he was heel.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
they had him up singing fucking songs with him.
Well, that brings me to the other point. Like, the reason why his heel theme song sounded a lot like one of 36 Crazy Fists songs is because Grado apparently is a massive fan of theirs.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is something I would never have guessed, by the way. Fucking, like, Grado being 36 Crazy Fists, they're a bit of a mental band, man. That's really surprising.
Yeah, I knew that he was a fan. Yeah, so there you go.
That's weird. Mad Grado. So it's they started calling him Monster in the Bank, which I thought was okay. It was a bit of a shoehorned expression, but at least it kind of made sense. But now they're resorting to calling him Mr. Monster in the Bank, and it's like that completely.
It's a bit cringy now.
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah,
he's not a Mister. He's a monster.
Yeah,
he can't be Mr. Monster because that makes no sense.
It's a bit cringy as well. I think it's just like. No.
Monster in the Bank was fine, but Mr. Monster in the Bank...
I don't even call him Mr... Don't even call him Mr. Money in the Bank, because it just doesn't work for Strowman. Just call him the winner of the Money in the Bank match.
Well, that's why I thought Monster in the Bank made more sense. Like, okay, it is shit, but it's alright. But now it's Mr. Monster. He's the monster among men, therefore he's not a man. He is a monster. So calling him Mr. is implying he's a dude. A man.
To be fair, I did have a cat I called Mr. Twinkles. No. It's not true. None of that is true.
Well, I've got a cat called Taco. That doesn't mean he's a taco.
So yeah, overall, it
was a good weekend of wrestling.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. I think Money in the Bank was meh for me.
It's because you didn't see half yet, but...
No appetite to watch it though, that's the thing.
We had a good appetite at fucking NXT though.
Oh fuck yeah we did. Oh fuck yeah we did. And do you know what? That's the first time I've fallen asleep watching wrestling that wasn't booze induced.
Yeah.
It was, oh my fucking god, I've eaten so much.
I think at this point, like, we might need to start making the Turn and Heel cookbook.
Yeah.
All your wrestling fucking munchies for... wrestling pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So we've got two so far. We've got that concoction that you made, and we've got the fucking wrestle breakfast nachos.
Yeah. Well, so I'm sure we've done other things.
Nothing I don't think is incredible as those two though.
Yeah. The tortilla pizzas were decent.
Yeah, they were a good little snack. Yeah, they could be like a nice little appetizer.
Yeah. Oh. You could probably pile up tortillas and make like tortilla pizza, but layered.
Yeah.
And put different toppings in each layer.
I think I've seen something like that, but that sounds good. And then just kind of sizzle, flip it over, sizzle.
Yep. We'll look into that.
Yeah. So why don't you quickly tell people how you or what you did to make said concoction? Because believe me, man, it is worth fucking trying. Just
I don't want to. I want it to be my secret.
Okay, then tell them about all that's in it except one ingredient, and then they just need to figure it out for themselves.
I'll just tell them what I did.
Okay.
Aldi is the best supermarket in the fucking world, because you go to Aldi and you can get anything you want, including pizza dough. So, decided I was going to make fajitas for watching said Money in the Bank. But then I had a brainwave, and I decided that rather than buying tortillas, I was going to buy this pizza dough, and I was going to create a fajita calzone. And oh boy, did it fucking work. So, pizza dough, the fajita sauce, seasoned chicken, onions, peppers, cheese, folded over, more fajita sauce, sour cream, cheese on the top, in the oven till it fucking goes crisp. Oh dear Lord, it is the way forward.
It is the way forward, Mark Coffey. And then, just a little sour cream on the side with some nachos.
Yes, we did do the sour cream on the side, but I remade it with the sour cream on top.
Okay.
That works as well.
I actually kind of like the idea of having the sour cream on the side. Just because, sometimes sour cream's a bit temperamental, and, if you end up with too much in a corner, you're just like, sour cream.
To be fair, though, I do like sour cream. I made it for a friend of the show, Rob. And I'd asked him, when he was coming up, to bring some stuff in that I didn't have. Sour cream was one of them.
Uh-huh.
Right, Rob's a notorious tight arse. He's worse than you.
I know. I'm not a tight arse, I'm thrifty. There's a difference. A tight arse is just when you don't want to spend money, but like being thrifty is spending as little money as possible while still trying to get around.
So the leftover ingredients that he bought, he decided to take home with him.
Okay.
Which is fine, right? But there was leftover sour cream. And he's like, if we're going to the pub, I'll just leave that and get it tomorrow. And I was like, Rob, if you leave that half tub of sour cream in my fridge, it won't be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he's like, we got to eat it with a spoon. Yes.
Yes.
Fuck yes. And that's exactly what I did.
That's a bit icky.
Oh, is it?
I thought you were going to eat it with fucking crisps or something, but no, just that's like eating mayonnaise out the jar.
No, it's not, man.
Oh, you bet.
Sour cream's tasty. Mayonnaise isn't.
Not that tasty.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
and to be fair, I did eat it. I was spooning it out with Doritos.
Okay, fair enough. That's a bit better, at least. Like, you're implying you're actually just like eating it out of the fucking thing with a spoon.
Hey, I have done that before. I'll admit it.
I don't know. I don't think sour cream is that good. It went well with all the other flavors of the flim flam, but like, see if like you just put out like sour cream as your dip and then a bowl of crisps, I'd probably just eat the crisps or potato chips for the Americans. I'd probably just eat the chips plain.
I have to respectfully disagree. Anyway, we'll move on.
Yes.
You were at some shows at the weekend. Would you like to let us know how they went?
Jesus. What a fucking weekend we fucking had.
I didn't. I wasn't there.
We as in me and other people. Must admit, man, like, see that fucking Manchester show? Probably was the better of the two nights, but like, they finally got to a point like halfway through where all the energy left. And then I was really fighting to stay, like, engaged. And then Zack Sabre Jr. versus Okada happened. And, okay, right, so this is going to be a spoiler because I know that, like, the first show in Milton Keynes is already up on the Rev Pro network. So see if you're looking to watch these without spoilers, if there haven't been any spoilers for you.
Fast forward the next few minutes.
Yeah.
Good few minutes.
Yeah. I'll try and make it quick. So, probably 2-3 minutes tops. Right, so Okada against fucking Sabre Jr. That's been a main event in fucking New Japan before. But lo and behold, fucking Zack Sabre Jr. squeaks out with a fucking win and just pins Okada using that move he does, like the thing where he rolls him up and then just kind of does the weird genie cross-arm thing and leans back. Pinned Okada clean. The whole arena just kind of just went, what? And then it was just like, after that, it was just like a stunned silence. And it was like, what just happened? Because we just never thought that, like, Okada was going to lose. And we seen it in front of our fucking pasty white faces. And then, so the main event of that show was Ishii and Minoru for the Rev Pro heavyweight title. And we got a new fucking champion. Suzuki is the fucking one half of the tag champs and the heavyweight champion at the same time. And needless to say, getting to see Suzuki twice in one weekend is the way forward. The fucking guy's a legend. I love you. And then Sal got ripped off by Yuji Nagata. Went to buy a t-shirt and Nagata asked for 40 quid. And Sal paid it.
Oh man. 40 quid.
Mm-hmm.
That makes my Rikishi our Rikishi story
obsolete.
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
To be fair, we didn't get ripped off there because we just didn't give him the money.
No, we did give him the money.
I mean, we didn't give him the extra money that he wanted.
No, we did.
No, we didn't.
We did.
We didn't.
We gave him all the money that was needed to be paid for the photo. Yeah, we did. And that's why we were so angry. Was because...
No, I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Aye.
But he was wanting another tenner because he said that we only paid £10.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So I'm saying, we did give him the money. There was just a misunderstanding.
Yeah, because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. And as a result of that, by the way, I don't know if I ever told you this, as a result of how angry we were in that kind of altercation, I walked away without getting Scotty Too Hotty to sign my fucking picture.
Yeah. No, I knew that.
Rectified, though.
Yeah, you finally got to meet them. I can't believe I wasn't at that fucking little shindig that was going on there.
It was free. Fucking...
Oh, what?
In fact, I'll tell you what, it's even better than that. It was free, right? The show was free. But me and the person I went with, before the show started, put £5 each in the puggy and won the jackpot.
Nice.
So basically, like, the show was free and we had £50 each that we didn't have when we walked into the pub. So, like, the whole night was free, basically.
Wow.
I woke up in the morning with, like, £6 in my pocket. And I, like, basically didn't spend a penny.
£6 I didn't leave with.
Exactly. It was a good night.
And plus there's some Walkabout, which is cheap as shit if you've got a fucking Walkabout card.
Yeah.
Or a student card, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know that anymore.
Grandmaster Sexy put some guy in a chicken wing.
Chicken wing!
Because he said wrestling was fake.
Well, he fucking deserved it then. Right, so... how's about a quick little break? We'll get our heads screwed back on, and then what do you say we get into the UK tournament that happened?
Yep, sounds a plan.
Yes. Let's do this.
It's the year of the dragon, so we back up in here. Spit fire from the back of your ears, coming straight from the belly of the beast that's in the back of your ear. Whispering shit that's got you clapping your rear. This panic and fear is damaging. Radical stages of behaviour that's got you on a scatty thing, looking for the big batty thing. You might find happiness. If you can make it through the same shit that a nappy does. It's because we're visionary, not a vegetarian, but meeting me is living weary. These kids about to run a riot, flip cars, flip bars, hit bars, then silence. We don't need a reason, I'ma start this riot. This riot, this riot, this riot.
And we're back.
God, there's a reason WWE only used the riff of that fucking song.
Did you not like it?
No, the rest of it was terrible.
It is a fucking great riff, though.
Yeah, the riff is great. It actually sounds like a song called The Riff by Lordi, you know, previous Eurovision winners, and personal karaoke artist by me. But they've got a song called The Riff, and there's literally, it's the lead singer of Lordi who meets Death, the entity, who plays guitar, and played the lead singer of Lordi a song, and he says, well, the song's shit, but the riff is good. And then they get in a car crash, and the lead singer of Lordi steals the guitar and steals the riff with it. And then they make the song The Riff. So, for none of you that have heard The Riff, clearly, because it's an incredibly obscure song, either go and listen to it. It's got an incredible video, because there's a chica in it. Yeah. You know, and it's an incredible song. Or don't do either if you don't really care. And just take my word for it.
Okay then. Alrighty then.
So we're clearly going to be watching the video after this is done.
Yeah. Right, so conscious of the time we're on, so let's batter on and get into the UK tournament.
Yes. So, as you're probably going to hear afterwards, but like I seen the first round mostly. I've seen probably about 5 of the 7 matches, and the 8th match happened in NXT, which is really random considering the fact that like Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher are actually technically in a faction right now in 205. So it was just very like bad timing to have those two like wrestling against each other.
Mm-hmm.
But so it doesn't really matter me going through the first round again because it's
you hear that in the episode that will
it's going to be there for you.
That will drop next week probably.
You got the shit up?
Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll drop that lost episode next week because I'm on holiday.
Clearly me stalling for time.
Okay, so opening match was Zach Gibson versus Gentleman Jack Gallagher. Went pretty much the way we thought it would.
Yep.
Zach Gibson won by submission.
Yes. I'm not going to. Well, does it really matter? I'm sure everyone's seen the UK tournament. Zach Gibson continuing to go that way, which, like, I knew that the Shangri Gates, is that what it's called?
Yeah, something like that.
Something along those lines. Like that is his big submission maneuver, but I didn't know for him to be literally the submission specialist when it comes to finishes. As much as that, but
see, I don't think he is though. I've not seen enough of him to really know that, but I don't think he is. I think they've just kind of played on the. He got Jack Gallagher, fair enough, but he then worked on Flash Morgan Webster's shoulder, which the commentators had alluded to during his qualifier for the Cruiserweight Classic.
Oh yeah,
that he injured. Yeah, he also injured his ankle as well, but he also injured his shoulder. So then they were just playing off he's going right back for that shoulder that's giving Flash all these problems.
Yeah,
and then obviously later on in the final, Joe Coffey attacks Travis Banks, injuring his shoulder. So I think it's more an opportunist sort of thing rather than a submission specialist. If you know what I mean.
It's like work with what.
Work with what's in front of you.
Yeah, work with what you're given then.
Yeah.
And you're given a fucking injured Travis Banks that Joe Coffey attacked after
which
Joe lost.
we'll get to later. But, but yeah, so, yeah, fairly decent match. Good opener.
Yeah. I must admit, like, in fact, I'm wearing my fucking Zach Gibson t-shirt right now, and you guys have literally heard my transformation from being utter despise fucking Zach Gibson into utter loving Zach Gibson through those 4 weeks of 5-star wrestling. So, yeah, you better believe I was fucking chuffed to see this now.
Yeah.
Imagine me if I still hated him.
Can't believe you're wearing his fucking t-shirt.
Watching this fucking tournament. Oy.
Oh god, you'd have given up.
Right.
Okay, so next it was Joe Coffey versus Dave Mastiff. Coffey won by pinfall.
This was a fucking great match.
Of course it was,
Two
man.
big beefers.
Yeah.
But like brilliant beefers as well.
Big lads wrestling, as they say in Progress.
Big lads wrestling.
Bye. This was great. I really didn't. So I didn't expect Joe to go through. I was just prepared for him not to.
Yeah. I totally know what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's fucking Mastiff.
Like, Mastiff, like, exactly, Mastiff's fucking great. That's the whole reason why I feel as if, like, the two of us were kind of sitting there like, come on, Joe, but then in the back of our head we're like, we'll see what happens.
It's kind of the Kofi Kingston thing we spoke about earlier. We were both like, come on, Kofi.
Hey.
We're just believing you. But, our beliefs were funded because
I think we just believed that bit harder for this match.
We got Joe through, even though it was taped a week before we watched it.
Hey, we didn't know the spoilers for this one.
Yeah, Joe got through after a very, very good match with Mastiff. Next with Flash Morgan Webster and Jordan Devlin. Interested to see where they go with Devlin after the way the commentators built that up, that he failed the first time and this was his redemption.
Yeah.
That he failed again.
Yeah. Because I think he was the only... Was he the only person? I think he was the only person from the original UK tournament to make it through to the quarterfinals. That sounds about right.
Yes. Yeah, right, because the others went out first round.
Yeah.
Which we expected to happen.
T-Bone and Tucker and Joseph Connors.
Yep.
I think that was it. Everyone else was new.
Was everyone else new?
If there's anybody else, I can't really think. Alligator wasn't it last year. Amir Jordan wasn't it last year. And so that's like, what, 6 people? T-Bone. I think I said T-Bone.
Yes, you did say T-Bone, yeah.
I'm just trying to think of anyone else that lost. Drew Gulak, and I think that's been nearly got them all, god damn it. Anyway, despite the fact.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. You're 100% right. It was the only one that went through. I mean, it looks as if WWE do want to do something with them.
Yeah, I think other than I think he's going to be number 2 in the heel category. I think he's going to be the second biggest heel under Zach Gibson going forward to an announcement that happened later on this weekend, or tapings.
Interesting, but we'll get to we'll get to my opinion on it when we get to the match.
We'll go through the matches first, and then we'll talk about NXT UK.
Yeah,
as its own thing.
Yeah, so Flash Morgan Webster defeated Jordan Devlin.
Yep.
Next up, we had Travis Banks versus Ashton Smith. Nothing against Ashton Smith, but this was a foregone conclusion for me.
Yep, pretty much.
Banks was going through. Which he did. You any thoughts on the match?
I really don't mind Ashton, but I'm just kind of a bit gutted for him, and I still don't see the big thing about Travis Banks, man. I'm really trying. I think he's decent in the ring, but I think just like, see, because I'm constantly told that Travis Banks is amazing, I'm failing to see it, man. I just don't think I'm going
to say something controversial about Travis Banks.
I don't think I'm watching the right matches for a start.
I think he was much better as a tag team wrestler.
Oh.
I think the South Pacific Power Trip was amazing, and that's where Travis Banks got over.
Because apparently there's a lot of people right now that are shitting all over his title reign. Like, apparently it's getting too long and really boring. So I hear from my Manchurian friends.
Manchurian.
It's same difference.
Yeah, I've heard people saying that as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with that. I think that Travis Banks got over with the South Pacific Power Trip.
Yeah.
And he's run on his own without TK Cooper.
Struggling.
It's looking that way. I could maybe be okay with it if they were building towards Travis Banks versus TK Cooper for the title, but I don't think they are.
But Travis Banks is in CCK now, isn't he? Isn't he part of that faction? Like, because CCK isn't just a tag team; it's a faction. I'm sure it's the usual two, Kid Injured and Chris Brooks, and oh god, there's somebody else. Somebody that's an import.
I haven't watched Progress.
That I got told over the weekend.
I haven't watched Progress since Super Strong Style, and I didn't know that was a thing then. So,
and I'm sure Travis is in it as well, because it was like a pure.
Is it Jeff Cobb, maybe?
That may be it. I think that may be it. Because it was, as I say, it was an import, and he was always kind of. He was always like kind of associated with him, so
are they an actual faction or just running buddies though? Because I know CCK have came out to help Travis Banks a couple of times.
See, I mean, again, like you, I don't really know enough. This is kind of like hearsay, but like it's just the way that I'm sure like Travis Banks has always been a CCK member, because there's been tons of times where I've seen.
No, he's not always been a CCK member. At least not in Progress, anyway.
Sorry, not always, but like, there's been tons of times where I've seen like matches from other shows. It's like, it's gonna be CCK, and then it's like Travis Banks is fucking
like they started like they were running buddies when TK Cooper and Dahlia Black had to go back to New Zealand because their visas ran out.
Yeah,
and Travis Banks was obviously feuding with British Strong Style, so the CCK started doing like run-ins for him when British Strong Style were basically 3-on-1 in him. But that's pretty much it as far as I'm aware. I didn't think they were an actual faction. Other smaller promotions might be promoting them as one, but I don't think they are in Progress. I might be wrong, but
I'm just having a quick gander at something, like mainly as the people kind of, well, granted this post was apparently a year ago, so you know a lot could have changed in a year. Alongside Chris Brooks is CCK, and this is Travis Banks' Wikipedia. So I guess maybe they are saying. This is the nightmare thing about like when we get into these things where we're not 100% sure.
To get the answer.
And we're trying to know. What culture? No. Right, fuck it. We'll look definitively later.
Yeah, okay. We'll move on.
Yes.
Moving swiftly on.
Coming up next.
With a triple threat women's match. It was originally a fatal four-way, but unfortunately Jenny got injured during the match and they had to restart it.
Which they actually done pretty well to do.
They must have been worried the injury was bad though to do that.
Aye, to take her completely out of it.
Yeah. As far as I know, she's okay.
Oh well, that's good. That's good to hear.
Not heard anything other than that. Triple H said in the conference call after night 2 that she was moving around, talking to people, and they thought that she probably had a bit of a concussion.
Oh, so, really?
If it is just a concussion, then great. Not great for her, but you know what I mean.
I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, it's literally just, okay, it's just a concussion. It's nothing, it's not like fucking brain hemorrhage.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here we go. There, look, stable data, CCK, Chris Brooks, Kid Lycos, Travis Banks, years 2017, 2018.
Okay, fair enough. I stand corrected.
And I think you may be right when it's Jeff Cobb as well. Like, he may be the running buddy, as you were saying, but when he works for Progress or whatever, like, maybe a honorary member. Anyway, okay. You were saying, sorry.
Yeah, so this match was quite good. It was exceptionally short, which is a shame, but that's obviously because of the injury, and that ate up a lot of time. Yeah. But Toni Storm won anyway to get herself a title match on the next night.
And I guess it's time for me to eat some crow. That means I have to suck up to my mistakes.
Okay.
And my pronunciation even. Yeah, I mispronounced that as well. Of...
Oh, yes! Yes!
Isla Dawn.
Isla.
Isla. Not Isa.
Well, I was calling her Isla at first, and I was like, wait, is it Isla? That might be in the Lost episode, the one that we're going to put out next week. Yes, we had a very heated debate about how you pronounce her name.
Yes.
And
because she was a download, yes.
Yeah. And yours truly won, eventually.
You know what? The only times that you ever win in these fucking conversations we have are fucking name pronunciations. You got Krieger and you've got Isla Dawn. Well done. You can fucking pronounce people's names properly.
Because I'm not an idiot, Chris.
Remember more important stuff than you. I remember more than you.
Apart from the English language, apparently. Yeah, so you can look forward to that on next week's Lost episode that we're going to post.
Lost episode Extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza. Doesn't work. Not everything. You can't shove grizz in everything.
Did we cover Money in the Bank in that episode?
No, this was before Money in the Bank.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so next up with Zach Gibson versus Flash Morgan Webster. Obviously, as we've alluded to earlier, Gibson won via submission again.
Yes, once again.
Nigel McGuinness was talking up that injury that Flash got during the Cruiserweight Classic qualifiers. Which then led to that finish, which I thought was quite a clever way to do it.
Plus, it just looks painful as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Just like, he's just pulling your arm backwards, and it's like, ow,
yeah.
Ow.
Stop that.
just ow. Like, that's the thing. I feel as if, after seeing, like, Zack Sabre Gibson, that's not his name, Zack Sabre Jr. over the weekend, like, I feel as if, like, Zack Sabre tries so hard.
Gibson.
I know. It's because, Gibson used to be Zach Diamond Gibson, so that's where I'm getting the three names from. Actually, it was only that in Future Shock, which is like a pure small company in Manchester. Nevertheless, anyway, so like I just feel as if Zach Sabre Jr. Tries really hard to like make obscure submissions, like when he does the octopus and all that, like where he wraps like his legs around your head and all that, and then you're just kind of standing in the middle of the ring. It's like, just fall back.
See, I like Zack Sabre Jr. I know this is Zack Sabre Gibson there as well.
Oh no.
Because like he's a really great technical wrestler, but sometimes, I agree with you. Sometimes I find these submissions very unbelievable because he's so small. You'd be like, that would be really easy to get out of.
Yeah, I mean, even like, see when he's wrapping up somebody like Okada, and it's like, Okada's bigger than you. I mean, you're taller than him, but you're really tall but lanky, whereas Okada's a bit shorter, but is definitely a much beefier person. How many times have I said beefy so far in this show?
Considerably, quite a lot.
Take a shot every time you hear beefy, 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 beefy. Big.
Oh man, you could go beefy bake.
But yeah. So like, I don't know, it's just like something just so simple as something that you can actually realistically look at and go, yeah, that would really hurt if somebody pulled my arm backwards the wrong way. Is a lot more believable than, I'm going to put my leg over here, got to put one of my arms over here, got to put one of my hands in here.
Yeah. I feel you. So next up, we had British Strong Style, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, and Trent Seven versus the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Baby, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. British Strong Style won. Really, really good match. I think their match the next night was better.
Definitely,
we'll get to that.
Definitely match of the night. And that's not taken away from the UK talent at all, but it's just when you put on a fucking match like this on a card like that, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah. Well done, guys. All six of them, like, honestly, I just hope that... Ooh, pardon me. I just hope that, like, all six of them, just make it a feud. Just make it a feud for, like, the next takeover. Just, you can completely, totally interchange everybody. Singles matches, tag matches, fucking a 6-man tag, and then maybe even like fucking at NXT Brooklyn. Bring back the War Games.
Oh yeah, that'd be good actually.
Yeah.
I would be up for that.
Maybe just those two teams.
I don't know if they'd do it in Brooklyn though. Oh no, saying that, it doesn't really matter because they did it fucking Survivor Series weekend.
Yeah, and that was.
I was thinking more about for setting the arena up for the next day, but they did it last time, so yeah, why the fuck not?
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, War Games.
And the final of the tournament to crown the number one contender to Pete Dunne's UK Championship.
Yes.
With Zach Gibson versus Travis Banks. Gibson won. Oh fuck, we missed a match.
Yeah, I thought we did.
Yeah, let's rewind. So with Travis Banks versus Joe Coffey.
So we could have War Games.
The Travis Banks versus Joe Coffey happened before the final.
You didn't.
But it happened.
I know, but I thought like when I said War Games, you would repeat the sentence you said. Ugh, it would have been really funny, but you fucked up. Anyway, you were saying.
Was that your seat, or did you just let out the wettest fart ever?
It was the seat, thankfully. But as you know, I'm not above farting like that.
Yeah, so Travis Banks versus Joe Coffey. Good back and forth match.
I feel as if both semi-finals were like before that.
They were.
Right, so you jumped ahead.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So... Yeah, Travis Banks won.
By roll-up.
Yep.
And then, like, Joe Coffey just kind of slayed in the ring and just, like, kind of got really mad.
Yeah. He did, like, because you were, like... you were going on about him selling his rib injury. Because you were, like, it was just a roll-up, you can get back up from that. But
yeah.
But you actually see what happens is when the 3 happens and he realises he's lost, it's kind of more of a... He's lying in the ring like, fuck! Do you know what I mean?
Then he started pounding the mat like fuck!
Like frustratingly lying in the ring, not selling an injury, like just frustrated that he lost.
I was like, yeah, it wasn't more like, I was like, why is he not selling? It was like, why is he selling? He just got rolled up. That was kind of it.
Yeah, but he wasn't selling. He was lying there angry with himself.
It was just kind of like, fuck, I've just lost. And then he just kind of just didn't want to move. So he just got to like lay there hoping that nobody looks at him. And then it was like, then he started pounding the mat and all that. And it was like, there's fucking frustration right there. That's you can feel that coming through the fucking screen from a week ago.
And then he beat the absolute living fuck out of Travis Banks.
It was fucking great. Fucking great.
Yeah. So, on to the final now. Zach Gibson defeated Travis Banks, again by submission. But let's say, just all added to the story, Joe Coffey weakened up his shoulder. Banks came out with his arm all taped up and stuff.
A sling?
Yep. Wasn't a sling, was it? It was just all taped up.
Well, just slingish.
Yeah.
Like kind of one of these weird, like fucking, what do you call it, like gladiator style looking things.
Support.
Where it's like kind of like over your chest.
Yeah. So Gibson won, and he is the second winner of the UK Championship tournament.
Boom. That leads us on.
Which I can't help but notice they kept referring to it as the 2018 UK Championship tournament.
As if it's like got to be a yearly thing.
Yeah.
But it makes total sense because of a certain announcement that we've alluded to.
Do you think they'll change the name of it?
Well, see, the thing is, like, the next night was definitely called NXT UK Championship Tournament or something like that. It definitely changed because they especially used the NXT theme song and graphics and all that.
Yeah, they kept referring to it as NXT. Yeah. NXT UK.
Because then that's what, like, on night 2 was when they announced that NXT UK will be its own brand.
But, like, I mean by changing the name of the tournament, taking away from that NXT UK Championship tournament.
Well, no, because that was the championship tournament. That's its own thing. But the second night wasn't a championship tournament.
Yeah, no, I know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, but you think they'll go down the route they've went down with like the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, the Mae Young Classic, and you think they'll maybe for, I don't know, the Drew McDonald Classic or something like that?
Nah, I don't think they will.
Or
the Big Daddy.
Or maybe not now, but eventually at some point down the line.
Don't say Johnny Saint. He's their general manager. Leave him alone.
I know, but he's like 80.
I know. Oh, I did say that during the viewing of this as well. I was like, Jesus Christ, he is incredibly old.
Yeah. Oh man. See the second show? I was like, no. Do you know what I'm about to say?
The 4-way Forl match.
The 4-way fatal.
That's it. Even I fucked up as well, but the 4-way fatal match is my favourite kind of match.
It's just it's the break between it. It's like the
4-way.
I'm going to make this a 4-way
fatal.
Fail.
And then it's like, and this is going to be the other guy. I didn't even say his name because it was like he probably could not pronounce Noam Dar.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that.
I popped.
So we'll quickly go through night 2. So the opening contest of night 2.
Scheduled for
one
fall.
Mustache Mountain, Tyler Bate and Trent Seven versus the Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Now, given the fact that they announced they were going to have UK Tag Team Champions, I'm surprised that Mustache Mountain have won the NXT Tag Team titles, unless they're basically going to morph them into the UK Tag Team titles and maybe have a tournament for the NXT ones.
I know something you don't. Not telling you. Anyway.
You know something I don't?
I know something you don't know.
Is this a spoiler from...
This is the thing I was referring to earlier when we were talking.
Oh, okay. So this is what you've had spoiled?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Fucking podcasters. It's just like...
bastards, isn't they?
No, it's like some of them are just put like at least we've fucking spoilers like when we're about to spoil something. But, like, there's some people that just come in and just casually say it, and it's like, well, good, I don't need to fucking watch NXT for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They're just like, Dunk the Clown came back from the grave and beat Okada, who got hired for 5 minutes, just to lose. Just to ruin his credibility. That was like, fantastic. Right, cool. So,
Mustache Mountain are the NXT Tag Team Champions as of this very moment.
Yes.
But I'm now sceptical as whether they're still NXT Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, I mean, like, hell of a fucking pop when they won. And actually, it was a fucking great match. Like, I think, like, I don't know why, but my kind of hate for Tyler Bate has died down a lot. Like, he came out Download the other week, and I did pop a little bit. Although the chant of "Big Strong Boy" is incredibly creepy, considering about 99% of that crowd is definitely older than him.
Yeah, that is a bit creepy. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he's only 20 years old, and definitely, like most Progress crowds, probably mostly every person in an ICW crowd
is probably older than him.
Yeah, and they're all chanting "Big Strong Boy."
Full disclosure, I was at a barbecue before watching this, and I was shit-faced. So
fantastic.
There'll be bits that I don't remember, just to get that out there. Speaking of things that I don't remember from this night,
other show.
I have no recollection of Charlie Morgan versus Killer Kelly at all.
Yep, I don't even really know who Charlie Morgan was, other than the fact that she was in the crowd the night before, and it's like, who are you? Like, I really don't mean that in a pure, like, horrible way, but I've never heard of this person before. And she was on 2 shows. Like, Killer Kelly, I hadn't heard of her before either, but at least she was wrestling. But it's just like, I don't know, like, who is Charlie Morgan?
No idea.
Who is Killer Kelly?
No idea.
Like, I mean, that's two matches of Killer Kelly I've seen over this weekend. It's like, right, fair enough. I've seen 2 matches of her.
But the thing is, though, man, there is so much independent wrestling going on, and not just Britain and Europe in general. It's impossible to keep on top of who everyone is.
But I like to think that I know, like, a lot, and even then, like, the only person, like, I don't mean to sound like one of those snooty fucking, like, oh, I know everything about UK wrestling because I'm a fucking dweeb. But I mean, I knew everybody in the UK tournament, barring, like, maybe fucking Amir Jordan, which I've heard the name of, so at least I know of him. But I don't think I've ever heard the name Charlie Morgan. I've maybe heard the name of Killer Kelly before, but, like, seriously, I've never heard Charlie Morgan in my entire life. Like, even, like, when we watched the first night together, and then Charlie Morgan and some other chick came up and was like, who the fuck are they?
I don't even remember them coming up that night, but that might have been whilst I was away making food.
No, you were definitely there. Like, because it was like,
of it.
It was just the 2 of them were just standing at the barricade, and it's like, oh, there's blip 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 and Charlie Morgan. I was like, who the fuck are they? And you were just like, I have no idea. And then that was really about it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd like to say this match was great, but I honestly don't remember. So
that was fine.
We'll move on.
I'm kind of liking Killer Kelly. Like, say if she seems like kind of the Shayna Baszler of the UK division. Although I actually think that I kind of like Killer Kelly more.
Based on the 2 matches you've seen.
Exactly. 2 better matches than it, and Shayna Baszler's put it.
Next up, we had the 4-way fatal.
Oh, the 4-way fatal, my favourite.
Between Travis Banks, Flash Morgan Webster, Mark Andrews, and the surprise entrant, Noam Dar. Yay! The returning Noam Dar. Noam picked up the win.
Does now the number... this mean that he's not in 205 anymore?
It looks like it.
Hopefully. Or it could do both.
Could do both.
Like I've been saying.
Yep. So, Noam Dar picked up the win and is now the number 1 contender for the UK Championship.
Yes. But the big part of this match was not Noam Dar winning, although that was a massive part of this match, was the Coffee Brothers running and beat the shit out of everyone.
And Noam's like, I'll come back, save them. Nah, I won't. I will just leave it with me.
2 big guys. I just came back. I think I'll be fine.
Yeah. they know what they're doing.
They do. We're all Scottish here. We're probably going to need to drive in the same fucking car home.
Somehow I think WWE have got them better travel arrangements than that.
I would love to see, it's gonna be a new episode of Ride Along. It's gonna be the Coffee Brothers and Noah and Dar.
I bet you it's going to be. I was about to say. I bet you WWE fly them everywhere. I know they don't, but I just imagine they do, unless they have to do an episode of Ride Along, and they're all like, "Ah, man,
fuck's sake. This is like a 10-hour drive. Like we could have been home in like an hour."
Yeah. So yeah, Noam's number one contender. Don't know when that match is going to happen. I'm assuming at a set of tapings soon.
Yeah, hopefully it's not the first set of tapings.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we're looking into going to some tapings. It's going to depend on whether or not, work permits, etc.
Birmingham and Liverpool I'm looking at. But I've now just realised that those Birmingham tapings are going to be the same week that I have to get my fucking tooth out.
Boobs.
So I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll just play me with alcohol. It won't be a problem.
Or it'll be a massive problem.
Depends how strong the painkillers are they give me.
Yeah, that's true. We'll be fine.
Yeah. So anyway, next we get Adam Cole versus Wolfgang for the NXT North American Championship. Another match that I called.
You did. You fucking did call this, flat out. I also used the same kind of logic as you. Like, when we kind of came up with this one together. I think you were definitely the first person to say it. But, when you were like, I think it may be Wolfgang, I was just was like, well, I don't think there's many other people in the UK division that could do this, unless you had T-Bone. But I don't think it's fair that, T-Bone or Ligero or anyone like that was in the tournament and lost just gets a shot at the North American title for no reason.
Yeah.
So that's how we were like, right, Wolfgang is definitely our lock for this. And then it fucking ended up getting announced, the next day.
Yeah. This was a fucking really fun match.
Yeah. Although Wolfgang, I've thought for the most part, kind of tried to be portrayed as a face. Or I don't know if that's just purely because I keep seeing him in NXT and, at Download. But in this match, he was acting like a bit of a cunt. Like a bit of a pure, everybody look at me. He always kept, kind of doing his shit to the crowd, and that's what cost him stuff. He had Adam Cole down, he was going for the swanton, but he was too busy gesturing to the crowd and all that, and then he missed that, and I feel as if that all that kind of stuff is what cost him this match.
Yeah,
there's too crowd involved.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I'm not really sure where Wolfgang sits in the face-heel spectrum.
He's kind of in the middle.
He's a tweenie, isn't he? Just whatever they need him to do, he kind of just does.
He's just going to be... Depends on who you're against. That's what you're going to...
Yeah.
Because, one of the last times I remember him being was... he was on Pete Dunne's team at, a pre-show from the TakeOver. And then, after they won, Wolfgang was like, I want a shot at Pete Dunne. So then that would, by proxy, make him the face, because Pete Dunne was still the heel at the time. And so it was he flip-flops for whatever WWE needed him to be.
Yeah, basically. Okay, so next up we had Aleister Black and Ricochet versus EC3 and Velveteen Dream.
See, this was another good fun match, but I don't know, It was weird to me, but this was
very very old school finish, I thought.
This is when Aleister Black walked away, wasn't it? He walked away and left EC3?
No. EC3 walked away and left Velveteen Dream. No, other way around. Velveteen Dream walked away and left EC3.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
With that great camera angle of EC3 kind of what you doing,
yeah.
And then you just kind of see Aleister Black appearing behind them. Fucking, that was a great shot.
And then it was just like a fucking relentless attack. But I was pretty shocked just considering the fact that like EC3 lost, because he's already been kind of doing the whole, oh, I'm undefeated in NXT thing, even though he lost that ladder match.
Yeah.
How about pinfall?
Well, he's still undefeated in singles competition. Which is just what they'll go with now.
I know.
And plus, you can say that, oh, I lost that match, but that's only because my partner got up and left me in a 2-on-1 situation.
Yeah. But it's just that logic where he's like, why didn't you just leave as well? Just leave the ring.
Yeah. Anyway, what can you do?
It was a good fun little match, and I'm just kind of jealous that fucking London got to see EC3 when I didn't at Download. What's the deal with that, EC3? Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, so Aleister Black and Ricochet obviously won, as we've said, with Velveteen Dream leaving EC3, turning right round into an absolutely beautiful black mass.
Not a Lars Sullivan style one. 5-star Lars.
Next, we had Shayna Baszler versus Toni Storm.
Okay, this would be one of the very, very few times where a fuck finish actually told a better story. Shayna Baszler constantly worked for the her submission, the choke thingy. It's not actually a choke, sleeper hold, whatever you want to call it. You know what it is. So Toni Storm battled so hard to get the ropes, and then Toni got outside, so she tried to get a bit of reprieve. Shayna Baszler was like, nah, fuck this bitch. Went outside, and then so just continued to choke her until about the fucking 7 count. Rolled back in the ring, and fucking Toni Storm was out for the count. Count out victory, and it's like, man, that is the fucking depths that this bitch would stoop to retain her title. It's like, I don't give a fuck if I win honourably as long as I fucking leave with the belt. And it's like, there we go. And plus, it gives Toni Storm a good out to get another match.
Yeah.
At some point, and it's like, that was actually really good storytelling. I was a bit pissed by the way it ended, but I was like, you know what? At least there was a good story to it. It wasn't just blah. Which is the thing I hate about DQ finishes and all that. Like you might see when you watch Raw. But that's just one of the very few times where a fuck finish actually kind of helped the progression of a potential story. Because then there'll always be that kind of lingering thing where maybe Toni Storm could come to NXT once or twice and then be like, right, well, you didn't fucking beat me properly. If you want to call yourself a champion, beat me properly in the middle of the ring. And she fucking didn't. She took the cheap way out.
Yeah. Okay, and the main event of the weekend, it wasn't really a weekend, but you get what I mean. Pete Dunne versus Zach Gibson for the UK Championship.
This was a fucking cracker. And I don't really use that term very much, but this was fucking great. There was that one point where Pete Dunne was in the Chandelier Gates. I'm just gonna go for that. It's close enough. And Nigel fucking pops so hard. It's like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. And then you just heard the fans chatting, "Sit down, Nigel." And it's like, Jesus Christ, man. And it's like, don't be moral here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't.
I know. Needless to say, I got a fucking shellacking of a lot of people because I just got really annoyed with Morrow about partway through the second day of these shows, and I was like, I am so fucking sick to death of Morrow and Nalo at this point.
To be fair though, you also had a lot of people on your side.
I did have a good bunch of people on my side, which I very much appreciated, you being one of them. Another handful, but needless to say, I don't know, there was one person that was kind of like, oh, I wish your heel turn would have been saved for a better moment. Now you're just going to look like a douche. And I was like, what are you talking about? Heel turn? I'm not a wrestler.
Is this on this Facebook group you were talking about?
No, this came from a wrestler that's actually on my Facebook.
Ah, I didn't see that. Must have stopped following by that point.
And I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, well, I'm not allowed to hate someone that's annoying and loud as fuck and tries to get himself over more than a product. And then he just kind of liked it. And so I was like, oh, well, I think I at least got my point across.
I think he might have been being sarcastic.
I want to hope so, because like him calling me a douche for like not liking a pain in the arse commentator that won't shut the fuck up. And it's just like, as we've spoken about before many a time, see the fucking references he gets are so fucking like, you could have said that in about 5 words, but you took about 46 words to make a reference. Like, your favourite one is the Walking Dead one.
I just made that up.
I know, but it's like
it's because it's still a thing I can come to really quickly. I just made that up, and it's totally believable that that's something fucking Marrow would say.
Exactly. Oh, he got interrupted in his promo like Taylor Swift did when Kanye West ran on the stage during the Tony Awards saying that Beyonce deserved it more. I think it was even the Tony Awards. It was like some fucking VMAs or something.
See, now, I don't know if these are made up or not.
Well, the reference I was making is something that actually happened. It actually happened.
Fair enough.
I think it was Kanye West, like, Taylor Swift won like the award for best video, and then while she was on stage doing her thank you speech, Kanye West ran up, grabbed the fucking mic and says, "No, but Beyonce made one of the greatest music videos of all time, and it was for all the single ladies, which is just her dancing in a fucking white room." And then I was like, "Wow, you're a cunt, and you're still a cunt." Slavery was a choice, apparently, according to you.
Yeah, he is a bit of a cunt.
Yes.
A royal cunt. Anyway, so that was the UK tournament.
Yes.
We'll be very, very quickly cover some news before we wrap this shindig up.
Yep. Well,
because we're like 2 hours in.
NXT UK is definitely a thing, as we've mentioned before. Coffee Brothers looks like they might be the first UK tag team champions. I'm all down for that.
Yep.
I guess it's clearly going to come down to Moustache Mountain versus Kofi's, the Coffees, beg your pardon. That's clearly going to be your first final.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got.
See, I think I know what this spoiler is you've seen now, even though I haven't seen it. But I'm pretty sure I know what it is now.
Who else have we got? We've got Jordan Devlin. I want to see his progression through the UK division. Mm-hmm. Now that he does have a story, the redemption story.
Yep. And
then see if he's one of the only people there that's from the original, like 16. Like, I think that he could be something fucking golden, because he's fucking fantastic, and like, just give him the story of redemption, because none of the other returning wrestlers like really made that much of a stink about it, when it's like, I was in last year's tournament, now I'm in this one. They didn't really do that, but with Devlin they seem to really build that up,
especially the way he went out last year. Because was it not a dodgy finish? Oh no, that's how he went through.
Yeah, he kicked Danny Burch in the back of the head and he was bleeding, and the ref counted 3, but Danny Burch kicked out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, no, I really want to see what happens with him, and I really hope it's something good, and it's not just, I'm here, I'm just Jordan Devlin doing
Jordan Devlin
fuck
things.
All.
So we'll kick on with the news now anyway, very quickly, because we've been at it for more than 2 hours now. It's not a very positive news week.
No, it's really not.
Well, news couple of weeks, to be fair.
Yeah, we just kind of want to pay our respects a wee bit, and then pay our get well soons as well.
Yeah, so we'll start off with we'll try and do it chronologically.
Yeah.
So first news is, unfortunately, Vader lost his battle with whatever it was he had.
Fucking horrendous looking illness.
Yeah.
By the looks of things.
Yeah. Met Vader once. a nice enough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although they didn't have, it was a BCW in East Kilbride.
Yeah.
They didn't have ring steps. That caused a problem, let's just say.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was very, very far in his career. I'm surprised he even still fucking wrestled at that point.
It was a tag match with Grado. He didn't do anything in the match. He tagged in once. Oh, shit. I remember what happened. He tagged in and did a Vader bomb. Off the second rope.
Really?
Yeah. On the Red Lightning.
No.
And, I was talking to Red Lightning a couple of weeks after it. We were just had mentioned the match, and he said it was like the most scared he's ever been in his life. Lying there, get ready to take that Vader bomb.
Because I thought that was the whole thing, was like he was too big at that point to even do the Vader bomb. Because he didn't do it in the match I seen the next night at BCW.
Yeah, no,
when it was James Scott and somebody against Vader and somebody. I just remember James Scott because he came out with a fucking mouth guard, and I think it was with Fiona, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I was speaking to James Scott earlier, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm wearing the mouth guard because I'm not going to get my fucking teeth knocked out." And I was like, "That's a good plan."
Yeah, definitely.
Because all you ever hear is about fucking Vader working stiff.
Yeah, which is why fucking Red was terrified about to take this Vader bomb.
I can imagine, man.
But yeah, so. Yeah, it's my one experience of Vader out with Boy Meets World.
Which is still one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yep. So yeah, we'll move on from Vader. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Well done, brother.
Do you want to take the next one?
The other sad news just came over the weekend of Matt Capitelli dying. He's, I think some of you may remember me mentioning him before. The other winner of Tough Enough 3 with John Morrison. Never got out of developmental, eventually developed brain cancer.
He was about to, though.
He was very much about to. Like, a lot of the time he kept talking about, oh, they've had ideas for me. I was just about to come up. And then, like, I think the most recent one, he was definitely, like, pretty much on the card at that point. Was when they found out that he had the brain tumor, and it's kind of went from there. Like, I was reading some kind of stuff recently about his wife was posting stuff saying like he can barely react anymore, but you can still tell like what he's feeling and all that. And I'm just going to spend every day with him right up until the inevitable happens, which I know is going to be soon. And it's a rotten thing you read, and when you find out that he's finally died, it's like, at least it's like, you know, no more pain where you're now, boy. Just like that's like it's a kind of horrible thing to say, but like at the same time, it's like at least, you know, he's finally away from all that fucking agony.
Was he acknowledged on Raw?
No, not that I know of. I don't even know if he was acknowledged on the website. To be frank. He only ever made like one appearance in actual WWE, and that's when he got caned in the face by Tommy Dreamer. But other than that, that was
it. Yeah, there was a few wrestlers had commented on it. We've got a tweet here from The Miz.
Oh yeah,
where I said he was about to. Like, have you seen this tweet?
No, I've not.
No, this is.
But I know that he was in OVW at the same time as Matt. So
well. Miz has tweeted, in 2005, Matt and I were going to be brought up to WWE SmackDown as a tag team called Reality Check. One day out of nowhere, he called me and said he had just been diagnosed. That's all he said.
Jesus.
Oh no, wait a minute. My apologies, so make them more. I'm forgetting that Twitter's 140 characters.
Yeah.
On Instagram, Michael. I thought there was more. I was kind of like, I finished that there, and I was like, wait a second, I'm sure this is bigger.
That's a bit of an arsehole way to finish a tweet.
Yeah, he'd been diagnosed with brain cancer. On the phone, even with this scary news, he remained positive and was going to fight to beat the cancer. He's been fighting for his life ever since. Every time I saw him, he was positive and always had a smile on his face. Today we lost a good one, a true fighter. My condolences to his wife and family. Matt, you'll always be missed, my friend.
So 2005, they were going to be brought up, and he got told he had cancer. So he managed to survive for
13 years.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Jesus, man. He was really determined.
Yeah.
Like, heartbreaking because he was still super fucking young, man. Like, I know it just seems kind of a bit dweebish and weird. It's like, I'm more gutted to see this guy that very few people actually know die more than fucking world-renowned, like, fucking wrestling legend Vader, but it's just kind of one of those things where I just kind of really like the guy, and I guess that's just kind of one of my little things, if you know what I mean.
No, that's fair enough.
So other news was, fucking Kalisto recently in a match against Cedric Alexander accidentally had his mask taken off during the match.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So he just kind of crumpled to the ground, covering his face, till the ref helped him roll outside the ring and probably put his head under the ring till he could put his mask back on.
Fuck's sake. I just forgot about another injury that we didn't actually put in the outline. Mm-hmm. An injury to a certain Mr. Nakamura.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, well, we're about to start talking about injuries now, so...
Yeah. So, this goes up there with one of the strangest injuries in professional wrestling.
Absolutely.
So Nakamura is injured. No idea how badly. But he's injured because he was bitten by a police dog.
Yes. Doing a search for drugs.
Wasn't a search for drugs.
Oh,
it was
a bombs.
It was just like a standard bomb sweep that they do before any event.
Don't know why I said drugs. I'm sure I meant bombs.
The dog came into his dressing room and bit him. So it's a strange one. At least it was a sniffer dog that bit him, though, and not like a canine. Do you know what I mean?
The ones that just grapple on and just...
Fuck yeah. So
I seen a video on fucking Facebook recently about like a dog doing that to somebody and just like was literally dragging the dude across the floor and just like... Yeah. And then Paulus was just sitting there looking at him like... He's got you now.
Can I just commend the internet, though? Right? I really do have to commend the internet in this one. Because normally when things like this happen, the biggest arseholes on the planet surface themselves online. There is so many racist jokes that could be made about this incident, and I've not seen a single one.
Maybe you're not looking in the right places, but I can't say I've seen many either.
I've not seen any at all.
It's because everybody loves Nakamura.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Other injuries?
Next injury, Bray Wyatt was injured in a car crash on
apparently
Friday.
A head-on car crash, which is terrifying.
Ryan Satin reported it as multiple injuries as well. So, I haven't seen Raw, so I don't know what they did about that.
They are just saying that he was in a car crash, but they're still saying that he's going to be at Extreme Rules. So I think they're
multiple injuries could just mean cuts and bruises, to be fair.
Cuts and bruises, or maybe just a little whiplash. A couple of weeks of rest.
No such thing as a little whiplash, man. Yeah. Whiplash, you're fucked for a long time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And the final injury that we're going to discuss is Ruby Riott, who picked up an injury during a house show. Yeah. Not entirely sure what happened.
That's really all that I know. That was announced.
There's not much that's come out. It was actually announced before Raw. I saw it last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Ryan Satin shared it last night. But it was WWE.com article that was shared, so it was obviously announced before Raw officially. No idea what happened with that one. I'm sure we'll find out over the next couple of days.
Because Morgan and Logan just kind of came out without her, and that's when they were like, Ruby's hurt.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Trying to think if there's anything in it.
The only other news that we can talk about is apparently Lesnar is not going to be
the whole fucking gimmick of this episode.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, allegedly. I mean, I'll be fucking shocked if this does turn out to be true. But apparently there is a very high possibility that Lesnar won't be at SummerSlam.
Well, remember that they were...
just take a fucking belt off him.
I know. I'm fucking sick of it, man. Like, just Fuck off.
I'll just have Braun walk about with a fucking cardboard belt.
I'm the champion now.
Yeah, fucking... I'm sick of this whole Lesnar thing now.
I know.
I've said in this podcast that I liked the whole Lesnar not defending the title all the time, because like it kind of gives it that special feeling, and I didn't actually mind Lesnar's run. I've done a complete 180 on that now. I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah. Bored to fuck. And especially since
it's been a better part of 3 years this has been going on. Do you know what I mean?
Especially considering the fact that now he's not even going to show up at the second biggest pay-per-view of the entire year. And it's like, go fuck yourself. Just like, nobody cares anymore anyway. Like, fuck, even at this point, I would actually be happy to have Roman Reigns as the fucking champion, because at least he'll be there every week.
Yeah, at least the belt's going to be kicked.
Yeah, because there's literally been people
you get excited about Braun taking it off him.
Yeah, there's literally been people putting up photos of the Universal title, just saying, just so you remember what this belt looks like, because we haven't fucking seen it in forever.
Yeah. It's just, I'm sick to death of it.
Yeah, no. And plus, like, the way that they're swinging this. I don't even think it's an angle anymore, because they announced a multi-man match.
Yeah, they're now going back on.
Yeah, so your main event's clearly Lashley versus Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules. Lashley did get new theme music though.
Can't say I noticed.
It's not as well because you've not seen Raw yet.
Oh, so it wasn't changed last week then.
Also, Mojo Rawley got new theme music, and zero people care because it's Mojo Rawley.
Yeah. Anyway, should we wrap this shindig up? Because a little birdie tells me that Colombia have scored with the last kick of the ball, and that game's now in extra time. So I quite fancy going to the pub to hopefully see England go out the World Cup.
Sounds riveting.
So, on that note, I've been Chris motherfucking Hughes. I'm just kidding, by the way. I love my English friends.
I've been the Grizz. I don't give a fuck about football.
Ho!
See.